Are you a bass head? Do you want bass that completely shatters your eardrums and ruptures your heart? Then this video is the right one for you. And also, happy 11/11 sale Day 2. Hey friends, welcome back to another video on Thieaudio, and today we have top 9. Yes, 9, not 10, because I couldn't come up with the 10 spot. I only have 9, but 10 sounds better in the title. Yeah, I only have 9 for you guys today. I am sorry. But all the IEMs, all 9 of them are very quality. See, I really hand select them. I didn't want to put 10 in here, a number 10 spot being like the mediocre one. So I just cut the fat and left the 9 uber gems that we're going to talk about today. So let's start off with number 9. Starting off at number 9, Thieaudio FH3. Now this is for the sub bass fans. Sub bass plus wide stage as well. This is a very fun V-shaped IEM, very bass heavy again in the sub bass, and also very fun treble area as well. Decent level of details, and again, wide stage. Also, very affordable. It's like $100 something. Yeah, cheap, very good bass. It has the least amount of bass control out of everything in this list so far, so that's why it's at number 9, but still a very, very nice bassy V-shaped IEM in general. So yes, number 9, FH3. Number 8, IKKO OH10. Now, if you think the FH3 bass was strong in the sub bass, this thing is stronger, like even stronger than the FH3, and especially in the sub bass area. So the rumbling feeling in your chest, oh, you get all of that here. You get a lot of it, and also better than the FH3 because of details as well. This thing has surprisingly good details for a bassy V-shaped IEM. So yes, love everything about the OH10 except for one, the cable sucks. So if you buy the OH10, you probably need to buy an upgrade cable as well. Number 7 is a mid-bass monster. The thumps, the slam, the hits, you're gonna feel all of that. This one is Timestream Oxygen, and on top of all of that is also very clean bass, so it doesn't really bleed into the mid-range in any way. The mid-range is very neutral, it's not colored by the bass. Really well-controlled bass, but still enough power to make you want to dance and bob your head up and down, because again, the mid-bass on here is just slamming. That was so corny. I hope I never have to do that ever again. Moving up the list, we have Timeless by 7Hz. Now this is better than the Oxygen for one reason, is that it is a very fast bass. I mean, bass details is top notch in these. You feel every little nuances of the bass because the decay is so short that you just get everything. Everything in the bass is well separated, and you feel like you're hearing details in the bass that you haven't heard of before in any other IEMs below this price point, because again, the details on these for the price is insane. Watch my full review to find out more about this fantastic IEM. It is a really good IEM in general, best of the price for sure, but the bass, it's one of the selling points. It's getting really windy outside. Sorry if you guys can hear the wind, but we gotta move on to the next IEM. Variation. Now this again is a sub bass monster with really clean, super clean separation between the bass and the mid-range, and the whole entire sound signature in general just feels like they have their own little cage. It's so well separated, it's so clean, it is so well tuned. It's fantastic, and it's only $500. I raved a lot about this in my review as well. I just love this thing through and through. The bass is definitely one of the highlights, but in general, it does pretty much everything well for its price point. So yes, Moondrop Variation, really strong sub bass, very clean sub bass, and clean and detailed sound signature in general. Very analytical, I think that's the best word. Yeah, very analytical type of sound signature with a lot of bass. Next IEM is like the bigger brother to the Variation in a way. If you want the Variation type of sound, but you want an even cleaner version, an even more technical version with more details, even better separation, then you'll pay the extra $200 for the Thieaudio Monarch. So yes, really similar clean type of tuning with really strong sub bass. I think it's almost exclusively sub bass, while the Variation has more mid bass as well. This is almost exclusively in the sub bass rumbly department, but again, similarly tuned to the Variation, just even more detailed, even more technical. We're in the top 3 spot now, and number 3 has a very soft spot in my heart. It is my first ever high-end IEM, my first ever expensive IEM purchase, and this one is the Kinera 992. Now, this thing is super special. It has bass that is just so buttery smooth you would not believe. Sub bass and mid bass just feels like it's grand, it's big, it's not the most detailed bass, but it's so enveloping, so buttery smooth that it just kind of melts you while you listen. It's one of the most relaxing listen, one of the most enjoyable bass or, you know, low end type of sound signature. I just love it. I love the 992 a lot. The only reason I haven't been talking about it a lot is because it's a very low end leaning IEM. So it's not the most well balanced IEM out there, but if you just want bass, if you just want buttery, enveloping bass, this is, wow, so good. Number 2 and number 1 are endgame IEMs. Yes, they're endgame level price. So if you want to save your wallet, click away now. Just don't watch these last two because you're gonna wanna have them. They're so good, they're worth every penny, and they're so far beyond anything in this list that it would just blow your socks off and your mind every time you listen to these, and you would want them. So stop. Click out of this video right now to save your wallet and your soul. All right, now that everyone else is gone, and I'm only talking to millionaires now at this point, this is the number 2 spot. U12T by 64Audio. This is the best bass you can get out of a BA IEM. It is astonishing how strong the bass on these are, how clean they are. Now this, again, is a very neutral IEM, neutrally tuned IEM, so very well balanced, really good natural mid-range, strong treble area for extra sparkle and extra details, but also God bass, like godly bass. And it's a BA set, which is the most astonishing thing, because when you think bass, you think dynamic driver. When you think bass, you think maybe some planar drivers, but this is a 12 BA, a full BA set that has done bass better than 99.99% of the market. It is so strong, so satisfying, and the details so immaculate. It's just so good. All right, so that was just number 2. So hold your horses, there's more. Number 1 spot is even better in the bass department than number 2. Now, one can argue that the U12T is a better IEM overall than the number 1 spot because it has a, you know, more natural mid-range, if you will. But if you want bass and you want more fun signature while still keeping a relatively same level of details, which is top tier details, by the way, then you have to go with this one. By far, the best bass I've ever heard, no competition. It comes in even cheaper than the U12T. Still expensive, but cheaper than the U12T. It has the most natural feeling treble ever. It's the most fun IEM ever. You guys hyped for this yet? I'm hyped for this. I have it in my hand. I'm slowly bringing it towards me. It is the Sony IER-Z1R. So good. So strong. Sub bass, mid bass, bass details, bass texture. It has it all, and it's probably, again, one of the most detailed IEM out there on the planet as well, and especially in the bass and treble. Bass details, bass texture. You have not heard bass like these. It's not all about power, but it's also about the texture and the detail, the little nuances of the bass. The Z1R does all of that with top tier fashion. It is unbeatable in the bass department. The only thing that sucks about it is the fit. It is quite a big IEM and it doesn't fit everyone's ears. So I would say try it out first in a store before you buy it. But if it fits your ears and you love bass and fun signature in general, I can't think of a better IEM. There is no better. Yeah. This is the best. All right, guys, that is it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. You can find all of these IEMs linked below. Now, some of them are gonna be on sale as per 11/11. Some of them are not. I just wanted to share with you guys, you know, the best bass IEMs that I've heard so far in my findings. Now, there are some IEMs, of course, that are not included in this list, and one of them being the Sends Up. I've not heard about that one, but I also heard that one's pretty good. But yes, Z1R, U12T, all these IEMs, if you're a bass head, you'll love all of these. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Happy shopping. Bye.